Hey, are you watching this right now with me? Are you catching me on the replay? Hey, I thank you so very much for watching this show. I promise you, you're going to get a lot of information on this show today. So while you're coming into the room, please let me know where you're watching from. Let me know where you're at right now and where you're watching. And I already appreciate 2 people has already clicked the like button. So while you're coming in, click the like button. We're actually going for 100 likes on this show. I'm setting the bar really high for me. I think the last show we only had 30 likes. I would like to have 100 likes on this show. You know why? Because I just want 100 likes. If we get 100 likes to this show, I'm actually going to go through the comments, and I personally am going to pick out an Ecamm shirt for you and get it to you. All right, I'm going to pick somebody out of the comments. So if you comment and we have 100 likes, guess what? You could be a winner from the stream show today. I am DJ Strick. It is my pleasure to be hanging out with you today for this particular show. Because as a creator, I want to be monetized and I want to help other creators be monetized as well. So we're going to talk about that tonight. But before we get there, as you can tell, the countdown is going on, right? Countdown is going on. And I need to get the camera going on. So Kylie, Mr. Camera Junkie is here. I see Discord for creators. Guess what? We have to have you guys on the show. All right. So I want to talk about the Discord community, how to build it, share it with everybody. You guys have been doing a great job with Doc and setting him up and setting up Ecamm. So we got to talk really, really soon. And thank you so very much. Hello to you, sir. Let me throw some more comments up on the screen. And Mr. Camera Junkie was on the show not too long ago, and some great content. Thank you so very much. I can't wait to like break all of that down, because you did such an awesome job. I mean, a real awesome job. That being said, as people are coming on, of course, I want to say hello to everybody. And one of our guests today is saying howdy to everybody. Check this out. I want to support everybody. So we have Marshall Fox has a show, Create with Marshall. Yeah, Marshall creates, all right, with Ecamm. His show comes on. You got Doc in all of his shows. You have ENN, and then you have Building Blocks with Anna and Fulgence, right? I want to watch every show possible that Ecamm has, and there's not that much time in the day. So can I give you a tip? I just used it this week, all right? Normally, I don't do this. I found it out, and I really, really think that I want to do this for real. When you're watching the replays, watch them at like 1 times the speed or 2 times the speed. So if an hour show, you could do it in 30 minutes. And normally people don't talk as fast as I do. You could actually hear them like normally you're just talking faster, and you consume the information faster, watch the content in half the time, and everybody is great. You got to watch, you support like one of your favorite creators on Ecamm, and you got the information in half the time. Like that is so, so important. Everybody wants to support people, right? You want to be there. You want to be sure you hear what they have to say, because you never know what kind of nugget you can get out of this. But do it in half the time. Speed me up in the replay, okay? The whole show is going to be good. I got Diana Gladney with me, Andrew and Sylvia Nixon. They're here with us today, and I'm so excited about the content that we're going to be sharing. So let's do this. People are talking to each other in the comments, and Gretchen is here. She's watching from Pacific Northwest. That's what's up. Thank you so very much for hanging out. I'm actually in Birmingham, Alabama, all the way on the other side of the country. So this is really cool. This is what technology does for you. If you guys did not know, I will repeat it now. I'm looking for 100 likes on this show. If I get 100 likes on this show, if you're in the comments, I'm going to choose somebody in the comments and send you an Ecamm shirt. Like, I don't have an Ecamm shirt on today, but I have tons of them. I want to be sure that you have some merch from us, and I'm only going to do that if this show is liked 100 times. So hit the like button, and when we get to 100, if we get to 100 before the end of the show, I'll choose somebody while we lights, camera, action. Join the stream team with Strick and Brant and be a part of the Stream Network. Our goal is really simple. We're here to help you succeed. I love that. You know what I'm saying? Your boy DJ Strick right here. We are on the Stream Show right here live on Ecamm's live YouTube channel. And without any further ado, let me get everybody on the screen because I've told these people that we're going to come right on. Diana Gladney is here. I have Andrew and Sylvia Nixon here, and we have a awesome show for you. Now, Diana, I got to apologize right now. The Nixons are taking up so much real estate on the screen right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, what can we do?
Give way to greatness. Give way to greatness. That's what that's called.
That's what it's called. Give way to greatness. Nixons, how are you guys doing?
We're doing great.
Amazing.
Can you hear us okay?
Oh, you guys sound great.
Okay, yeah. Cool. No, we're doing great. You know, this is this actually gives us a break from not doing work. So we appreciate it.
So thank you for the break.
Hey, my pleasure. My pleasure. Miss Diana, you've done so much work. Like, are you taking from a break for work, or is this considered work for you as well?
It's a little bit of work, but because we have the company, it has the weekends off. So I was like, you know what? We'll break the rule, join in, hop on the stream, see what value we can provide. So it's a little bit of work, but not limited time only, like the McRib, you know, just for a short amount of time so we can do it.
I like that. Well, I appreciate you giving us a short amount of time. And of course, all of us together are going to bring some great value to everybody that's in the comments. I need the like button to be hit a couple of more times. We're looking for 100 likes for this show. Diana, I started with that just off the top of my head. I just, you know, you got to have engagement. How do people know that you're engaged in what you do? YouTube has an engagement button. The engagement button is the like button. So everybody knows if you're engaged, not only can you comment, but you can like it. And we're expecting this time to benefit everybody that's a creator. Like sometimes you just need to be reminded. You need to understand that if you're creating something now, for people that want to have a hobby, listen, this show may not be for you. We're looking for people that want to go past the hobby and actually monetize their work, right?
Yeah.
Because people are on so many different levels. So let me just start this. I know I want to say hello. Sarah's here. She's watching from Washington. Thank you so very much for hanging out with us. And we have so many people on, and people are saying hello. Stack lineup. Yes, we do have a stack lineup tonight. And, yes, it may be AI. You know, Diana may be in AI today. I don't know.
I might be automated responses. No, see, I'm in the chat for real. Okay, I don't have like PJ's on in the other room. It's not just like a Zoom call. It's like, yes, okay, nose rub, okay, shake the head. Yeah. So one of the things that we do, you know, no, it's the real deal, Holyfield.
That's what's up. That's what's up. And Urban Fire's hanging out with us. Man, good to see you tonight. And Tracy's also hanging out with us and have also said hello, and we are super excited about this too. We are super excited about tonight's show because as content creators, everybody you see on the screen right now really cares about you. All right, I want to stop right there. Like the work that we're putting in the content creator economy is to help people just like you. So if you'll lean in, we're going to lean in for a while. Diana says that she's taking a break and she's giving us this time. We're going to make it well worth your time. That being said, let's jump right in. And the first thing I want to talk about, guys, is let's level the playing field. Most people think if I'm a content creator, I need to get into the YouTube partner program. Like I gotta have 1,000 subscribers and I gotta have 4,000 watch hours. Is that program for a new content creator as lucrative as it seems, and should it be the goal initially? And the Nixons, I'll start with you guys. Diana, I'll have you come up on the rears on this question.
I mean, go ahead, babe.
Well, I think that, you know, obviously there's a lot of different goals out there, right? Some are at arm's reach, but I think for a new creator, I think that might be a little tough, right? And we've all seen where we've started off new creators. It's a lot to chew. and the follow through with it can be a little tough, and then they end up not doing it at all. So I think that if you just kind of set your own goals, and just you can't eat an elephant all in one bite, right? So it's
Right.
little bites at a time. But I think that's a bit much for a rookie, or a newcomer, so to speak, getting into the game. I think just kind of set your own goals and start off little by little. That's a lot.
Yeah.
It
I
is
mean,
a lot.
it doesn't sound like a lot, but it's a lot.
What about you, Sylvia? What do you think?
Well, I mean, I agree. I think that, I think the basis and the foundation is what are your goals? And I think that's where we start. And then that's how you can build as a creator. So I just, a lot of times we want to go everything in without
At one
a
time.
firm foundation and without a vision. And so, wherever your vision is, follow that. And I think that, yes, you can accomplish it. However, start somewhere.
There
Yeah,
you
you
go.
definitely got to start somewhere.
There you go, Diana. What about you? 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 watch hours for the YouTube partner programs. As a new creator, I'm working. Should that automatically, when we're talking about monetization, be my goal?
It should be a goal, but it shouldn't be the goal. And the reason why I say it should be a goal is because when you set that as a goal, it helps you to start to refine your messaging and find the lane of content that you want to create, really narrow down your messaging. Because a lot of people start all over the place. And even just because you're posting a few videos, it still doesn't mean you're not all over the place. And so doing that helps you to kind of refine, like, who am I targeting? Who am I talking to? And then too, you have to add on the fact like that you're coming from a consumer of YouTube, and now you're stepping into a new lane of a creator of YouTube or on YouTube. So you have to learn the platform. You need to learn the whole back office of the YouTube studio. And that's not to learn the whole thing, but just getting familiar with it. It's like the first time any of us had the Netflix things or, any of that stuff. It's like you had to learn how the app works. Where do you go for this? Where do you go for that? And so it should be a goal because it will help you to kind of start setting a North Star of where do I need to be going to start growing. However, if you're looking to honestly make money and make money quickly, prior to that, absolutely not. Should not be the only goal that you're creating because, and years being on the platform now, it's like the YouTube partner program is the least way I have always made money. Not that the money is not good, but it's the least way that
People
I've
need to
made,
hear.
least
People need to hear that. They
profitable way.
need to understand that, Diana. Like a lot of people don't know that is a real fact for most creators. The partner program, they make money there, but again, like you said, it's the least amount of money compared to the other revenues that you get based off of your audience.
Pennies on the dollar, because you're going automatically to people would say, I want YouTube to be my job. Okay, I understand what they're saying, but you have what you say, so you want to kind of adapt that to a bit of I want to make money with the YouTube videos I'm making. That opens up so many more doors for you. I remember the first time I made as much money I would make in 2 weeks. I made that with one client, which would be 10 hours
Wow.
at the time. So in 10 hours, I made what it would take for me to make in 2 weeks at my regular 9-to-5 job. So when you change it from like I want to make money with the content that I'm creating versus only with the YouTube ad revenue and AdSense program, stuff like that, like it's pennies on the dollar to what you can make. Let that pay for a bill like your email subscription or something like that. Like set that for a goal for that. Like, okay, can I now pay this bill with it? Can I now pay this bill with it? And then that way it's at least doing a job and you can see the return on investment more. Because if you're trying to look for all the things you got to learn, invest in, and figure out, like you're going to be feeling bad and in the weeds that you kind of feel like you spinning your wheels a bit. And that's not so.
Man, that makes so much sense. And I just think that reason why I went to the YouTube partner program, and if you're watching this, I got to say this again, guys, we got like 26 people watching right now. I got 17 likes. Hit the like button. I'm going for 100 today, and I'm giving away a free t-shirt if we get that on this show. Whenever we get the 100 likes, guess what? We're giving away a free t-shirt. That being said, the YouTube partner program, it is still the best social media platform for monetization, guys. And we're also setting the tone to let you know that's still the least, in most cases, as a content creator, money that you can actually make if you have an audience. Okay. So when you're making it your goal, because this is what we talked about, you could actually be shortcutting yourself on ways to be monetized. I see some likes coming through, and I feel so much better about what we're doing now. So the stream show actually started, guys, before we had our first episode. We were monetized. We announced that we were doing it to a community of people that wanted to support us, and we used Buy Me a Coffee, and people started supporting our show before we even had our first episode done. That being said, we talked about the YouTube program, partner program. Now we have ways like Buy Me a Coffee, Patreon, or even a donation button through PayPal. Like, these are other ways that people can be monetized using friends, family. Man, go heavy on the family, man. Go ahead and give them the biggest guilt
call
trip.
in some favor.
Yeah.
Call in some favors.
Patreon. And am I missing another one?
That's
like
Mighty Networks.
There you go.
Mighty
That's
Networks.
Mighty
You have
Networks.
merch. I'm surprised the Nixon did. You have merch where, and again, the thing is, it's like, not to say buy a shirt with the name of my channel on it, but something that people subscribe to. And case in point, you buy stuff on Instagram all the time. You don't know whose page that is attached to, and you don't care, because usually that ad is pretty gosh darn good and makes you want to buy something. So you can sell stuff very early on.
Right.
There you go. That makes it simple. So So we got two things here. We're talking about Buy Me a Coffee, Patreon, was that donate button from PayPal, or merch. So let's just go to merch things, because I have the Nixons here, and that's what they do. That's their business. They're here to help creators monetize, and they use merchandise to actually do that. That being said, a new creator, guys, they're brand new. They're about to start. T-shirt, like, we understand everybody's doing a T-shirt. Is there other things they should be thinking about when they're trying to do merch? Can you kind of give us some instructions on, hey, if you're doing merch, you need to do 1, 2, 3 to kind of get started. And if you do it right, you can monetize, just like Strick said, day one.
Yeah, I think as a up and coming starting creator, you should have merch. Why? Because people want to support you, and the biggest thing that they support is your message. A lot of times, and Andrew and I, he'll share a little bit about this, but a lot of times when we're talking to people, the first thing that they want to do is put their logo on merch. And honestly, your logo is great, but that's basically for you, right? And so when you look at the broad spectrum of retail, it's the message that people are purchasing. When you, like Diana said, when you purchase on Instagram, you may not know who the company is or anything of that nature, but what is gravitating you to make that purchase, and it is the message that they are displaying. And so as a creator, that's one of the first things that you need to really establish. Besides your vision, your goals, what is the message that you're going to communicate out to people and have them support you in that?
And I mean, that was great, by the way.
Thanks.
That's totally on point. But also keeping in mind too, when you think merch, I think sometimes we've come across a lot of a lot of the mindset of just like getting every idea out there, right? When you open a store of any sort or any business, you can come up with your plan, but you want to really be strategic and steady about what you release, and that'll continue to keep your community and other people that might be interested coming back, right? So As we said at the top of the show, always having a plan. You want to plan around that as well. It's not about putting everything out there. You might be somebody that has a message. You may have 1,000 messages, but now let's really start to kind of dial it back, be real strategic about what you're getting out there, what's going to connect with people, what's going to really resonate with people, and message and being real intentional about that is always the number one thing when it comes to merch, and just kind of connecting people and getting them to come back.
And it's okay, if you start off with one shirt design, it's okay to just to do that one thing.
Do one and have several different colors,
right? And be successful in that, and be successful in the one,
right?
And a lot of times people want to, they say, "Oh, okay, I want 10 things on the shop, and that's I want, me. Let's go roll in." Okay, it's that's not me. Public service announcement. It's not going to happen like that,
right?
And so when we can be successful in the one, we can appreciate what we get. We can appreciate the harvest from the one, and that will give us more confidence. It'll give us more drive to keep releasing in a timely manner.
Well, and not only that last thing for me is that if you can be successful in the one, that's much easier to replicate, right? Okay. So I said be consistent and strong in the one, and you can replicate that process after that. At that point, you now have the blueprint.
Because all you need is one more, and you have two.
Yes,
I like that. So I never thought about this way, guys. When you want to merchandise, and we're talking about t-shirts, and of course there's other ways to merchandise your logo, your idea, and we want to talk about some of those other things too, but you really want to think about, just like if you are a fashion designer, how are you going to release? Because I'm the person with 10 ideas that I'm waiting to do all design on 10 ideas and say, hey, can you release these 10 t-shirts? And I have a 10 t-shirt store, but with no sales. It's like, why waste the time doing that? I absolutely love the fact that I'm learning something right here today, because I promise you I was going to drop it, Kimberly. Thank you for hanging out with us today. You're saying hello. Appreciate you coming through. Mr. Riley World is watching us from the West Side. Thank you so very much. And the principal has finally come to the building. Thank you for hanging out with us. Saying that you guys just got here, we're trying to get 100 likes today. So if you hadn't hit that like button, please do it. We're helping you. Help us. If we get to 100, whenever we do, we're pulling a name from the comments, and you're going to get a free Ecamm t-shirt from your boy DJ Strick. That being said, we're merchandising. Are there other things? Well, let me do this, because Diana tried to help us out with this. If you have a question, put it in the chat, put a Q in front of it, and we'll get to it, because I could be going down a certain route, or we all could be going down a certain route, and you have a question sitting right there that's for you while you're watching, and it really could be the same question somebody else would like to ask as well. So please do that. And because somebody has done that, here we go. What is a great merch first idea as a music content creator to put out there? So thank you so very much for asking that question. And let's see, Diana, if you can help her out with this. She's a music creator. The first piece of merch to put out.
Well, quiet as kept. I used to actually in Huntsville, Alabama, is where I got my full ride band scholarship to Alabama A&M. Go Bulldogs! So,
go Bulldogs.
So here's the thing: you have a lot of different genres of music, and based on the genre of music, there's something that's attractive to different people. So, for example, let's say if it is for something like marching band, then that's very different than if it's like classical music. If it's guitar and maybe like something more country-esque, then that's very different than if it's like rap or something of that nature. So I would say narrow down from just music to what kind of music. Based on that, what is the thing that's attracting your people to your specific niche? So if you're covering something like very classical, very classy like styles of music, something that's very easy is something that's very general. Again, you don't need your name stamped onto it. But you can start to look at something like a nice lapel, like a treble clef. That's something that always works, and you can add your own unique spin on a treble clef. And a lot of people like to go for the gold plated ones that or kind of look like a gold plated one, but those go dull and they chip off and the paint kind of wears and tears on those. So you can figure out something for that. Or if you're teaching music teachers and let's say your channel is about music theory, then that's something very different. Again, I would twist your idea on the way you define merch into like leaning almost into product, because maybe you have a theory checklist or a guide or something that you could sell to help transposing music a little bit better. So you can take that, like a little bit of a brand logo ish, if it's more of a music note ish, and do some kind of a pin, because we know music teachers always have to carry a bag, but they want something like, and I don't mean like a bag of money, but they always have to carry like a book bag, a messenger bag or something, and they like to personalize it, like in something that all my students get scholarships. So again, thinking of the mindset of what is something that that teacher or that person, whoever that musician is that you're helping, something that they would love, then at that point coming from it. Or even if it's you are the musician and they're coming there for your music, then think about something to maybe I listen to music differently or I heard it differently, something like that, that they would subscribe to and say yes to as the audience member that's consuming the content.
That is so very good. You
So
know,
good.
Miss Diana actually gets
So
paid to
good.
do this. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all need to look her up. And if you have more questions to go in depth with her about how to do this kind of stuff, she has a wealth of information. And we got her on the show today. I'm so excited about this. So this young lady, Yvette here, actually does meditation and gospel music. So my idea for merch, Nixon's, what if she did a like a journal, meditation journal, gospel? I mean, come on, there's tons of scriptures that you could put in a
Yeah.
book that can kind of help people. So, do you guys do books as far as is with merch as well? Like they can print it up. Like if she does something in Canva that y'all can print up, how does that work?
Yeah, absolutely. From the printing stance, at 100%, we could do that. I do want to say this is that, what Diana was saying, you all is she's thinking outside of the box
Right,
because shirts, mugs, you could get that anywhere.
right,
But what's going to set you apart? That's the lane that you really need to be in. And I mean I love that for Miss Yvette. I love that idea. Some type of journal, some type something that the people can say, hey, something that's attractive. That's what I want to say. Something that's attractive that is just not a regular t-shirt. So and a lot of times you gotta ask your community, what would you like? What do you need that would help you be successful? And hear back from the community and do that. And see, a lot of times people think that they cannot create something that has not been created before.
Right.
Right? You be the creator of that. Whatever that thing is, there are people that we can help you team up with to bring that idea to pass. But don't limit yourself to the small.
Or don't even
right.
pre-qualify your community, right? I mean, this is another excuse and another way to really engage with the community, right? Asking them what their thoughts. Now, sometimes we know that that can open up a whole new can of worms when you
Right.
kind of open it up, but just being real strategic about that and engaging the community, finding out some of the needs and some of the wants of the community, and then kind of being able to provide that is also very helpful. I love the idea and the concept of having some type of a journal, something that can help you along as a musician, whether it be you're an artist or even a student. I know whether it be just scheduling notes, the theory side of it, like Diana was saying, having a portion there that's that reminder that you can always refer to as it comes to music theory. So there's a lot of different ways that you can go with that, and we've come across quite a few different things. So there's sky's the limit on what you can do. Let's talk about it and see if we can help you out in that area too.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I just think that we've entered a not just a season, but a time to really do things outside of the box. And I will say this about monetization, merch, adding, extra income to your household. But a lot of times we get so comfortable with just one thing, and there is so much more that we can offer than a shirt, than a mug. You know what I mean? Than a bag. There's so much more, and so of course, we can't think for every. We can't think for you because you are the one.
Right.
You have the vision, but really, just bring yourself to really go outside of the norm and that comfortable place.
Be okay with that.
And be okay with that.
Yeah.
To say, you know what, I may have to be in the lab for a year, but I'm creating something that's going to change the way. It's going to change my community, and it's going to change the way that I do content creation. So and it's not, it's not a hurry up and do it, but have a plan, and let's work together in that.
Can I add something to this really quick for anybody that's watching this today, whether you're live with us or in a replay, and you do music of any kind? Music of any kind right now has such a playing field inside of social media, including YouTube. So if you have a way to upload your music, or using other platforms like Artlist, of all of that, where you can put your music in that people can use as copyright free, you can actually get paid for that. So there's a way for you to monetize your music outside of selling CDs, which people still buy CDs because my wife and I still sell them, or downloading and streaming and all the other kind of stuff. There's other ways that you can monetize your content and actually use the platform. So right now, if you were like, we're really getting into Instagram Reels. I'm doing Instagram Reels all the time. Well, guess what? You're not getting any kind of placement of your reel if you don't use music that's already loaded inside of Instagram. All right. So if you're a musician and your music is not in a platform that they can actually find it, so all I need to do is go in Instagram, type in your name, and I should see a list of music. I can now use 15, 30 seconds or however long of your music, and that way you could be monetized as well. And don't have the video go viral. The person that did it is happy, and the musician, like whoever song that was, is happy all at the same time. So those are some of the things that you can actually do. Now I have another question in here, and if you guys are coming on into our stream today, you're watching this and you want to ask a question, it's really cool. Just put a Q and ask your question. We'll get to it. I have some great people here that know how to monetize content creation. We talked about the YouTube Creator Program. We talked about Patreon, PayPal. What was the other? Buy me a coffee. Those are other ways. Now we're talking about merch, and we're asking individual questions from the comments. So if you have a comment or a question, please put it in there, and we're going to ask this one out. How is the approach different when your merch is art? I'm a photographer. I think this is a cool question. I have the answer to it, but I'm going to let Diana start with this one. Diana, we have an artist and want to know how to monetize that, or even do merchandise with that.
So let me throw it out here before we get too far in the weeds with it. NFTs, it's really great right about now.
Yeah.
That's one great way.
Right.
And again, you have to start thinking outside of the box. And if you don't understand it, it is plenty of information out there. And again, I get it. It's like finding the accurate information. But I'm partnered with Social Media Examiner. They created a whole other channel and a whole other conference around it. So there's legitimate sources that you can get that information. But I would put an asterisk in your brain next to NFTs. But if you are an artist, same rules apply. Everybody's looking and thinking about merchandise and products and stuff like that from the perspective of what's in your heart to create what you want to share. And that's fantastic. However, the chances of you creating a unique piece out of your own heart that is going to identify with the masses becomes smaller and smaller and smaller. But what you can do is create a specific unique piece of art that identifies to a certain target audience or group. Then you are selling your art. And so again, this can be digitally, this could be NFTs, this could be you don't even, here's the thing, don't even think about it from only the single image art piece as is. You can start even getting your stuff out there. Have you posted it as a GIF so that people can start to see it from like one way or another? It could be something very slight or simple. You can start posting it as a GIF. Is there a way to make money from it? No, but exposure leads to monetization. So if you can start to get more exposure around the who, what, when, where, how, why, whatever, then start to do that. So if you're an artist, start thinking about like I love to go to these unique craft shows and stuff like that where people will take the tumbler mugs, for example, just to stick with something that's simple. Like, so if it's wintertime or we're getting ready to go into fall in a few months, start thinking fall like ideas where what's a way that you can get and have like a hand painted thing. Again, they're like time consuming, but if you're doing it, that's one way. If you're an artist, I'm also even more prone to think of not just selling an individual work, but sell a series of your work and start looking into other digital ways. There are a lot of times for a lot of different niches where you need to sell or create a graphic, a digital graphic. So sell your art as a skill instead of like a because it's kind of hard to go into consulting in that sense, but there's plenty of creators that have need of graphic art in some way or something. So it could be literally you sell that time for maybe $300, $500, $700, $1,000, and it could be 2, 3, or 5 minutes. Because how much time is it going to cost that creator to make something themselves or hire somebody to create it the way that they want to, versus if you're showing your skill set, just have a way for people to pay you to do it. So you have to start, again, I still would say think outside the box. It's easy to say sell a piece of artwork, or you want like where that's a piece of artwork. There's nothing special about that piece of art. Can it be replaced with something that's more to heart for mine? Yeah. So if you want to get commission work, start getting your stuff out there. I just literally was consulting with consulting an artist in Washington that does amazing art, has a wife that loves plants and all this, that, or whatever. They go to a plant shop. It's like, hey, how about this? I can get your entire office filled with art and you pay me a monthly sum and we'll switch it out, and whether that's seasonal or whatever it is that you have going on to fit the vibe and the aesthetic. And if we sell a piece, then they make a piece of the money off of it and like whatever on into the agreement. Move off further into this, creating small little wood blocks of artwork to where those are now hand painted and selling those for maybe $30 or $50 in a plant shop where a little bitty plant costs $79. So again, start thinking out the box. Just because you're a creator doesn't mean you only create online. And what happens then? That stuff transitions to online. Why? Because the plant shop owners are creators. So start thinking multiple layers deep with your ideas.
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome, guys.
That was good, Diana.
I tell you
Yep.
guys, Miss Diana gets paid for
good.
consulting like this, and we got her for free tonight. So I want to help you out one more time as well. She actually went down a road that's on our list today. If you're you're a content creator and you're trying to monetize yourself, you're trying to get monetized, you want to make some money from this, this is more than a hobby for you. She talked about helping other creators. Listen, whatever it is that you're skilled at doing, now we all have to have some type of skill with all of this, right? So whether you're a great editor, whether you know how to position the camera, whether you have any type of skill out of your content creation, or if you know how to draw, or you can draw for someone else. Think about how you can serve another content creator that you can monetize. Okay, so I promise you, all of us edit, and all of us, if you like me, I hate editing, right? So guess what?
Yeah.
Guess who my editor is? Another content creator. Okay? Because guess I see the work that they do. I understand that they know the nuances of what we're doing and how to do it. Guess what? I hired them. They were willing to do the work I wasn't willing to do, which is to get some workers for them. But
Hmm.
instead of going down that route and being my HR company and all the other kind of stuff, I said, listen, I would rather in this phase of where I am, support you in your business. So now I have a content creator helping me, and they're monetized based off of my need. But there are tons of ways that now I am a content creator. I actually monetize in other ways, and I'll get to that other way to be able to have the funds to pay somebody to edit for me. All of these things is kind of a system, an ecosystem that you would want to be in. But you have to be thoughtful of what is the skill that I have that now I can monetize, whether it's art or editing content for people, or helping other people set up their studios, or consulting people on how they should look. There are tons of ways that you can get this. Nixons, can y'all help me with that? Do you think that that's a viable way, or do you have another idea of how someone that is a content creator could monetize what they're doing and actually support the community?
Yeah, I absolutely. I think, before I answer that, can I please just go
Yeah,
back
yeah,
and Diana, I want to say this to everybody that's watching. Wisdom, wisdom, wisdom. If you are an artist, musician, I hope you've taken notes. 100% agree on the wisdom that Diana just shared. One of the things that Andrew and I were just discussing as we were on mute, even for the artist, you can have many legs to what you are doing, and so it's just not I'm doing one specific thing. You can have a platform where your work is there, and people can choose what they want the work to be printed on.
Right, and they can, yeah, right, what it can be printed on, and then also how that how it's output, right? So you can maybe even have an option where they can purchase it digitally at a cost. If they want to get a hard copy, printing onto canvas or printing it onto multiple platforms. Even if you wanted to go to the route of having your artwork, depending on what it is, on a shirt, DTG is an option out there. So digitally, you wouldn't lose the look and feel to your artwork. So there's just so many different ways. Again, hard copy, soft copy, meaning digital, or just getting it onto different items. Even in a series, if you have a series of artwork, that you can follow along. I think it'll be. I think that would be a dope concept. But yeah,
Yeah.
there's just some sky's the limit on that as well.
Yeah. And just really, knowing the strength of the community around you and letting people help you be great, right? You can't do everything by yourself, and nor do you have to do anything alone. So if you're not in the editing, if that's not your anointing and your gift, let somebody else that is anointed in that, skilled in that, gifted in that, to be great in that area, so you can stay focused on what you're doing.
Yeah. If you're an artist, and again, just talking on the subject of wanting to support other creators, maybe you're creating from your expertise. Maybe you're recreating their logo or their show logo, and it's something that they can hang up. I know for content creators, it's real important, kind of the aesthetics and the background of what's going on in your shot, right? So maybe you're creating artwork that's showing up in their shot that's going along with their branding. So there's a lot of different ways that you can, um, you know, uh, touch people in that
Yeah, and
way.
I know the Ecamm community is full of amazing
Full of amazing
talent,
talent.
gifts, and so just knowing who you are surrounded by, look,
You have
Listen,
everything.
you
that's
have
true.
everything you need at your fingertips.
Everything you need is in the house.
There you
Yeah.
go. The Ecamm house, like we're all family here,
Ecamm
right?
house.
Yeah, we're
That's it.
here to help you. And I asked for help at the top of the show, and I'm still asking you to get. I'm trying to get to 100 likes on this show. So if you're
Come
watching
on,
now,
let's get
haven't
it.
liked it, hit the like button, light it up. And once we get to 100, I'm gonna pick someone that's been commenting, and we're gonna give you a free Ecamm T-shirt. Like I'm gonna do it. Like I'm gonna send you the shirt that I like the best. That being said, Michelle, shouts out to you. I'm sorry I hadn't had a chance to talk to you yet, but thank you so very much. She switched to digital content because it's scalable. She actually said in an earlier comment that she was doing some commission jury pieces, and that's what she was, and couldn't scale it. So she figured out that she wanted to go somewhere where she could actually scale what she was doing. And Diana helped us out inside of the comments. Diana, I'm gonna go find it. Can you say it while I find it? You were actually giving a podcast that people could listen to get more information about the NFTs. There it is.
The Crypto Business Podcast by Michael Stelzner. He launched it a little bit ago, and then they have the conference that they're doing that's coming up. But it's called the Crypto Business Podcast, and they do have those videos on YouTube. So there is a YouTube channel with it. So, and Michael Stelzner pulls the best, and that's the brain behind Social Media Examiner, largest social media conglomerate, if you will, of all things like creator and marketing, and just a wealth of knowledge. So definitely go and follow that podcast, but consume the information and take advantage of it.
Thank you so very much for that, Miss Diana. And of course, Gretchen and Kylie, you Todd that's in the comments. You guys keep commenting. If you have a question, be a part of the discussion tonight. We feel like we're giving a lot of information. More importantly, we have the merchandise company for Ecamm on the show. I don't know if we even said that. The Nixon, can y'all talk about what you do for Ecamm? Because you guys came into the community with Let's Get Live, was doing, listen, let me say it this way. Diana, they just didn't come into the community with Let's Get Live. We started doing Vlogmas, and everybody got a free T-shirt. Like, that really blew my mind. Guys, when we talk, because as content creators, guess what we say? Well, I say this, Diana. You probably don't have to say this anymore. First one's free, right? To gain attention. First one free. Diana, you don't have to get them free stuff for the boys. Like, watch my old stuff.
It's a YouTube channel. Here's the thing, though. It's a YouTube channel for it. But here's the thing. It always, the first one's free, and the next one there afterward usually, but that's for shirts. Information, shirts, and you had to pay. You had to drop a little something in your soul. Come out the pocketbook, swipe that card, or use the chip, use the tap, whatever you need to do. But, first one still could be free, allegedly.
There you go. Allegedly, right? But that's what they did as an introduction to the community. Was that 2020 or 2019? I want to say 2020.
2020?
2020.
Oh, that's right.
It was 2020.
Vlogmas 2020.
Christmas 2020.
Yeah.
Christmas 2020.
Not
Because
only
we was all in the house. We was
we
all
were
stuck in the house. We was all stuck in the house.
That's
That's
true.
exactly right. Yep.
And you guys gave to the community. Say that again.
I was just saying, I mean, we all remember we used to stream all day.
Yep.
We pop in and out, and I mean, all 3-hour streams, 5-hour streams.
Yeah.
Diana was famous for that. Like,
The
she
5-hour
did a
energy
5-hour
live
stream, and I had to do one. Diana, I only did it because you did it right, and then I cheated because I had like 20 people come on with me.
No, you didn't cheat. You were smart about it. I don't know what I was so delirious when I was done. You did it the smart way. I don't know what I was on.
I get it. So you guys actually got into community. Yeah. Press N Sow is the name of the company. So you guys want to look that up. Y'all can look up Press N Sow, and you can see, I would say 20, but I'm sure like right now you have tons of clients, including Ecamm.
Oh, yeah. Oh, definitely. I mean, in 2021, so 2020 was the pivotal moment for us. Giving away those free shirts was the seed sown for overflow. And I remember when Andrew came to me, he was like, "Babe, I feel like I'm gonna create the Vlogmas shirt. We'll present it to Doc,
To Doc, yeah.
but I want to give it away." I said, "Wait a minute, make sure you heard correctly, right? Come on, we are in a pandemic.
Yeah.
Come on, make sure." He said, "Babe, trust me." I said, "Okay, if this is the area that we need to sew in, come on, we're gonna do it." And I tell you, you may not know what is ahead, but the little that you have to do, the sacrifice that you have to make it,
Right.
because that opened a huge door for us, which we are very grateful. So 2020, we ended Vlogmas well, sent out shirts. That was great. Diana, we connected with Diana. It's a long story. Watch Diana's channel for the whole story, okay? And so between January of 2021 and December of 2021, we ended the year with 55 affiliates. That
Wow.
means from the Press N Sow side. Now, that is not including Ecamm, which we create the merch, handle the merch, everything merch for Ecamm. So if you have it in your house, we did it.
Right,
It came from
and they're on
us.
and just to note, they're on as we're talking about doing merch and monetization, everything else like that. There are a lot of different creative ways, whether it be you're doing it through, you have your Teesprings of the world, you have your Printfuls, you have the Press N Sows of the world, where you may have a page on our site and you have a store there, but also if you have outside platforms like a Shopify.
Yeah.
That's something that Ecamm gave us the opportunity. We're able to be in there as a vendor, a fulfillment vendor, and we actually manage their shop. So we come up with the concepts. We work hand in hand with them, come up with the ideas and the concepts. We load everything up, and we also produce the content as well. So it's a full scale, it's a full deal.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
As a result of them, and we've been able to really see it grow. I think when we took on Ecamm at the time, it was kind of buried and a little hidden as far as their merch shop is concerned, and we've seen it do leaps and bounds. So it's been doing really, really well.
Yeah.
That being said, I'm gonna pull up the screen so I can pull something up really, really quick. Well, let me do this. He's even saying Fireplace is even saying Urban Fire Press N Sow is the best. You guys are the best. Everybody uses you. The Stream Show has an account with you guys.
Wearing mine.
Ecamm is my favorite hoodie. That's what's up. And you have yours on today. Let me pull up.
Yeah, the Create Post Repeat shirt. Hey
there
man,
Sure.
I'm Press N Sow down 5 days a week. 5 days a week. They better be glad I ain't came to church with it on just yet. I'm just saying.
I wear all of my stuff all the time. I really do. And we're saying that, Miss Diana, but when it comes to what we just talked about, we talked about them giving for Vlogmas, but you actually, in another way, because people don't understand, when you go live and you're creating content and then you're in a community helping people, that's giving as well. So a 5-hour stream to where you were giving was a huge give back to the community, where people were gaining information from you for free, because at the time you still had a consulting company. Am I right in saying that?
Yeah, we launched the Friday Live Helpcasts on the channel, and for as long as people would ask questions, I would sit there and answer. So I'd literally clear my Friday just to make sure we could do it. And I did not have a team at the time, so I don't, it just. I say I don't know what I was thinking, but I do know what I was thinking. I was really upset and frustrated that, like you would. And again, it's nothing to knock anybody or anybody's system or whatever. I just remember being those days stuck in the cubicle looking for answers, and everything was behind the paywall. The paywalls have they serve a purpose, and obviously to give financially and not even to give, but to pay is for you just paying for service rendered, all right? Or money is in exchange for value. So I have no qualms about that. However, in a season where I felt like so many people were struggling and just suffering to get information, it would take way too long to do all these dedicated videos, edited, zoom in here, punch, highlight. Like, we ain't doing all that. What I can do is give you a link for you to join and hop on live, show me exactly what you're talking about, and we can just hop on, have you hop on, and we would do that. So the Friday Live Helpcast was birthed in the pandemic, just because it was too many questions, too many emails. So I was like, look, Fridays is me and you. Let's go for the goal. And it helped a lot of people. And that's not just like US based, that was a worldwide thing that kicked off. And it's been, even these many years later, it's like 2 years later, it's super gratifying to have done that. So I'm very honored and grateful.
I mean, it was awesome. I would be there. I learned a lot. We were all part of a huge community together, and she was giving a lot of information. Do you know what came out of that for her? An opportunity to do another way to be monetized, which is buy me a coffee. Can you talk about that? Just that time with buy me a coffee, and then opening up where people can actually donate to you because you were giving so often and you were like in the community so much?
Yep. I tell you exactly what was going on. I remember it was the Christmas, or no, it wasn't Christmas. I think it was the New Year stream that you did, and that was your 5-hour energy live stream
It was.
where you had a lot of us come on. So that New Year stream, I remember we talked about it afterwards, even around, like, I just didn't feel comfortable putting the link out, and it just, for whatever reason, I just felt uncomfortable about doing that. And I remember having a conversation with you where you was like, no, because that you're taking the wrong perspective around that. You need to set it up and go ahead and do it. So I went ahead and did that. And honestly, one, financially, like, the currency that comes in by way of money allows you breathing space. Is
Right.
it everything in the world? No. But it's kind of up there with oxygen. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got it.
Right.
You ain't got it, so it just, I understand that now. But it was through having that conversation with you. So I added the link, start putting it on the thing, and not only through donations coming that way, but through super chats. And so that allowed me to also give other information and stuff like that on the Buy Me a Coffee page, which we've since sunsetted that and moved into Mighty Networks. But it opened the door for a lot of different things. But I will say this, it's not just about receiving. The gift is also for the person that's on the receiving end and for the giver. And so when people are able to give, and I'm a person that loves to give, when you're on that receiving end and you're able to give, there's something positive happening in that exchange as well. And you're not taking away that thank you for that person in the way that they choose and that they want to give. It's actually something Pastor Felicia stays on me about. Stop trying to tell everybody how they can give. Like, stop, you know what I'm saying? Stop trying to, oh, I don't like it this way. I don't like if you do $20 bills. I don't like, no, shut up, move out the way, and let somebody bless you.
There you go. There you go.
Yes,
And it's so true. So as we're talking about being monetized, because we're on the back end of the show today, and I'm still like, press the like button, guys. If you're watching this in a replay, I'm trying to get to 100. So if you see 100 likes, it's because I've been asking for it. Even in a replay, when we get it, I'll go back and get the comments and give a shirt to someone that's in our comments tonight. That being said, there is, I see the likes going out already. All you have to do is just ask, right? There is a creator economy that Miss Diana is talking about, right? So as you're trying to create, all right, on your own stuff, you're trying to be a content creator and you want to be monetized. And as you get money, the idea is you find a way to reinvest, all right, back into the creator economy. And sometimes that's getting with a Diana. Sometimes that's getting with a merch company like the Press N Sow. Sometimes that's finding a coach that can then help you shore up some of those loose ends that you have, but you have to be able to put money into this. I know you spent so much money on your camera. Like, you got the best camera on the market. You got all the lights on the market, but you're not connecting with an audience. There's a reason why you're not, and other people can pinpoint those things for you a whole lot easier, okay? So take the time to figure out, how can I monetize this? Like, how can I get, Diana talked about Mighty Networks as another community-based app that you could use, but you can also monetize that way. You could sell merch. the Nixon said today, be outside of the box, be creative with your ideas. There's tons of t-shirts out there. What makes your t-shirt idea is maybe it's not a t-shirt, maybe it's other type of merch that I could actually sell. I got in my box the Ecamm socks, man. Like I should have had them on tonight, but I also have the cool cup. See if I can get it here. The cool cup from Ecamm. All right, live happens, and it does happen all the time. So there's so many ways that you can actually monetize it. Now, Miss Gretchen says how I want to throw up what she says. A new T-shirt. Shut up and move out of the way. Pass
I
the
love
Felicia.
it.
That's it. That's it. Like
I
those are
love
things that you
that.
can put up, and those are themed ideas. I want to run down a quick list, guys. This is going to be my fast pace. If I can get you guys to just kind of respond really quickly to these ideas that people can monetize. So I already talked about helping other creators. Affiliate sales. Guys, I should have started with affiliate sales. What do you think about using affiliate sales as a way to generate money as a creator? I'll go with you, the Nixons first.
So, I mean, there are so many affiliate, you know, partnerships that you can connect with, and not missing the moments and the opportunities to connect and put your link and tell people about it
Consistently.
consistently.
That's the key. You have to be. I mean, you at any program, if you're watching TV, how many times have you seen the same commercial? Think about it that way, and it's kind of ingrained into us. And think about it. I can think of how many times I've seen it in a commercial. I've driven down the street, and that commercial has rehashed and traveled to wherever I'm going. So it's the same thing. You're going to be your best promoter. You just have to be consistent about getting it out there. No one's going to believe in it if you don't. So
Right.
That's cool.
And
That's cool.
and I do want to add, Andrew always says, it's almost like having a brick and mortar and not letting people know, or not even turning your lights on.
right,
You know what I mean? You just have the building, you have the links, you have the partnerships, you have the opportunity, but do people know?
right. It's
Right.
your best kept secret.
Yeah.
So you just got to get it out there and let people know and do it consistently.
That was my ad, Andrew. These are my secrets to how I throw up comments on the screen, how I interview people. I use the word secret because that, is just another word from a marketing standpoint that people can gravitate to. He's telling us a secret. It's not a secret. I use Ecamm.
right.
All right, what about you, Miss Diana, when we talk about affiliate sales?
It was one of the first ways that I made money before anything else, which was I made a simple 1 hour masterclass thing that wasn't behind a paywall, but was behind an email wall, which was basically use my affiliate link so that when you sign up through which some kind of deal or something that was going on, then you get access to the masterclass, but you got to screenshot me that you signed up or whatever. So that way I could confirm that I didn't know about rebranding at the time. I don't even know if it was a thing back then. But I made a few $100s just sitting in the cubicle coming up with an idea, just like, okay, affiliate income payout every 30 days. So I was like, let me get this money by leveraging the knowledge that I have to help people on the other side of this thing. It's a fantastic way to start making your first few dollars by simply sharing, promoting, and just honestly helping people in a different kind of way. So start thinking about it. You can do this exact same idea, copy and paste. Tell them to screenshot you the email to whatever basic free Gmail or something like that. So you can confirm the subscription, use something like Rebrandly so that you can track your amount of clicks that you're getting and then get that affiliate income within 30 days. You can be monetized if you haven't made anything in the last 30 days. A very simple way to do that.
And right now, of course, Ecamm is doing an affiliate contest right now. So if you're not, if you don't know anything about it, go to ecamm.com, look up affiliates, get all the details. They're running a contest. There's things that you can win, and there's a discount for Ecamm. So they've stacked the deck for you in a ways for you can talk about Ecamm and also deliver a discount to those people as they click your affiliate link. So it's a limited time. So you want to look it up so that you are very sure you can get in before the end of July. So I just wanted to add that so everybody would know about that. And I got to shout my guy Alicio Way out. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for hanging out with us. We live. Yes, we are, sir. And then Keely actually talked about how you can be monetized directly on Discord. She is pushing this Discord thing. We're all going to be expert in Discord, and it's going to be because of Keely, okay? So I'm trying to wrap my mind around all the little shiny buttons and everything in Discord. Like, it's a lot of stuff to get, but I'm going to get it because of her. Hit the like button. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you for reminding me. One
How
more
many
thing.
likes do you have right now?
So right now we're at 34 and people are still coming on. So they're like more people are watching. So more people need to hit the like button. I'm actually trying to get 100 for this video only because I want to say, hey, when I had the Nixons and when I had Diana on, more people liked it than any other show. So I'm trying to get, I want to say that, you know what I'm saying? I want 100 likes for this. Even in the replay, we will get it. That being,
I say, DJ Strick, let's up the ante.
Okay,
right?
Let's do it.
Okay,
Let's do it.
So let's give away more than just one shirt. Okay, so let's give away something else.
I'll throw on a 30-minute consultation with my company with me directly. I think it's like $150 value
I'm
right now.
Hit
so
the
check
like
that
button
on
20 times right now, personally, myself. Get those 30 minutes.
That's right. And we're going to add in some more merch to, let's have two people, you know, okay, let's give away two for, okay, Diana's just one, or she said one consultation, okay.
If it's two people, no, I'll stick with it. If it's two people, then that means two calls. Let's get it going. Hey, I told them earlier, they need to have a spouse come and hit the like button. Have your spouse, get your nieces and nephews.
So Miss Yvette said she shared it on Facebook. That's awesome. And then Kimberly says, I want a shirt. I would love to have a shirt. And let's go, Ecamm fam. David, thank you for hanging out with us today. We're wrapping this up. I have one more, like the last thing, and then we're going to get a ton more likes for this, and we're going to watch the replay go. Courses, okay? So if you're a content creator, we'll use the artist or the photographer, you know, she could actually do a course on how she does her art and photography and actually monetize that. Now, I'm not saying you have to save the world with the course, but monetizing a course, whether it's 10, 20, what does it say? $47, $97 is supposed to be this magic number that you could do a course with. But that's a way, as you are creating content, thank you, Gretchen, as you are creating content, that's another way you could monetize what you're doing. And it's not, hey, I'm selling my art or I'm selling my photography. You're selling your skill, which is you, in a course. Now, does that make sense at all?
100%. 100%. Be like McDonald's. Whether you got $1 or you want to spend $100, you can do both on the same menu. So if there's start thinking about, number one, like what's the free offer? What's the easy thing that you can give away, a one-sheeter, quick tip, whatever it is for the email list. Get people on your email list. Then go next level. What's a $7 or $27 something that people can pay for, whether they talk to you or not, whether they leave a comment or not. Then go next level up, $47, $97. And the reason why you see the 7 at the end, psychologically, we like people, we like 97. We don't like 99 because we're like, oh, just say $5. And you may think like 197 or something like that. Okay, you may say, well, it's just $200. Psychologically, you still don't think that way. Your brain doesn't process that initially.
Right.
But if it's like 199, then people do get it. Or if it's like 193, then you're like, well, why not just 190? Like, so psychologically stick with the odd numbers. Those work best and have traditionally worked best. So don't try to break the system and create something new. Just stick with what works. Go from different tiers and don't stress over it. Micro courses still sell.
I love it. And when I found out a micro course, like you could do it in several different ways. So think if you want to do 30 minutes in a micro course, that's 6 5-minute videos. I mean, it's really that simple. Can you record a 5-minute video? Yes, I can record a 5-minute video. If you can record a 5-minute video, if you can do one, can you do two? If you can do two, can you do three? And I said three, and I have four. I have 4 fingers up. But you just add to it, right? And you have 6. You got a mini course, or you can call it whatever you want to call the course. But 30 minutes of good content that's broken up so people can keep their attention. Like a 5-minute, I already said, like if you're watching content, okay, and you should already be trying to speed it up anyway. So 30 minutes for somebody could easily be 15 if they just kind of speed the video up. And if you're watching this in a replay, I'm not mad if you're watching it fast. It's over an hour now, so it'll be be a little bit more than 30 minutes, but it won't be a whole hour if we speed this up. So what do we have for today? We're saying if we get 100 likes on this video, even in the replay, so because it's going to have to be in the replay now, you're going to get, 2 T-shirts and 2 people. Okay. We're going with 2 people. So you get a free T-shirt and you get
plus more. We're going to put more in it.
A T-shirt and then some.
And then some. So you're going to get a full package.
We like surprises.
So you're going to get a mystery pack from Press N Sow.
Yeah, mystery pack. Goodness. So that means they got to leave a comment then for sure.
You got to leave a comment.
If you're on the replay, you got to leave a comment.
You got to leave a comment. You got to leave a comment. Hit the like button. We're trying to get 100 likes. I'm going to go into the comments, whether they're live or even after in the replay comments, and I'm going to choose somebody. Well, no, I'm choosing 2 people and mystery pack with a T-shirt and 30-minute consultation with Miss Diana Gladney. I mean, what else can we do? Like, this is an automatic.
You know what, Strick? We're going to call it the Stream Show Happy Meal, okay? Stream Show Happy Meal. That's it.
Nobody complains about the Happy Meal.
Let me do this.
Might get a burger there.
Listen, if you're watching this today, this is really simple. Andrew has just given us the theme for the day. You're going to get the Stream Show Happy Meal, and all you have to do is hit the like button. We're trying to get to 100 likes on this show, all right? And make a comment, even in a replay, because everybody that's been watching this, like Sarah's there, and everybody's talking to each other so they can get into the comments. You know what I'm saying? So share this. Make sure people know about it. You get the Stream Show Happy Meal, and then you also get 30 minutes with Miss Diana Gladney. That is worth millions of dollars now. You know what I'm saying? We're kind of discounted that. I mean, I don't want to go into what your sessions cost, but y'all know it's expensive. It's like she's not like
rich.
Like you got to spend some money to spend some time, and it's worth it because she spent time with us today, and we talked about all the 5-hour streams and all the streams that she did in 2020 and 2021. She gave out so much content. You can go back and look at all of that, or you can call her and say, what about my situation? Can you help me with what I'm doing in my content creation? And she'll definitely help you out. If you're a content creator and you're not plugged in right now to Press N Sow, they're on the screen with me right now. Get in contact with these people. They can help you set up your merch shop and also give you ideas outside of the box of just a regular T-shirt. Okay? I have Ecamm socks, guys. Like, there's ways you can monetize and do some things differently. I'm not saying everybody's going to need socks, but they can definitely help you through the process to say, hey, have you thought about this? And I will give you one last thing. If you're a content creator and whatever field that you're in, like it can't be so niche that you're the only person, I want you to do a little homework. Find the person that's a couple of steps ahead of you that you can say, hey, they're doing the same thing I'm doing and they have so many subscribers. They're doing the same thing I'm doing and they have so much reach, and figure out what they're doing. Because I will tell you, some of the things that they're doing, you could also repeat as well, and they can help you with ideas based off what they're doing. I'm doing that with Miss Diana, all right? As fast as she runs, she's setting the pace, and I'm right behind her. Well, not right behind her, but I'm coming. All right, guys. Let me do this real quick. Nixon's, how can people get in contact with you guys?
You could go to our website, Press N Sow, that's PRESS, the letter N, SOW.com. And you can fill out our contact information there, and we will be in contact with you.
Remember, it's PRESS, the letter N, SOW.
Thank you so very much. That is.
I just want to make.
Okay.
I'm just repeating it because
okay.
sometimes people think so, like sewing needle and thread. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
There you go. There you go. So, Miss Diana, how can people get in contact with you?
Of course, since we're here on YouTube and as well as on just Google in the world of the internet, is DianaGladney.com. Or again, you can search here Diana Gladney on YouTube and I will come up.
Can I ask you a question? Where are you going to be next?
Sure.
Like, what show are you doing next? Where are you visiting? What's the next thing for you?
I just got back from Atlanta. I ain't going nowhere yet. So my next speaking engagement though will be at People of Video in September. Following in March of 2023, I'll be at Women of Video, which we will be back, or I'll be back in Atlanta. But even before then, starting off on tomorrow, we just launched on Friday our masterclass, our video creation masterclass, teach you how to plan, record, and edit your content. I know a lot of people kind of get stuck in the weeds with that. So that masterclass is live and free on YouTube. And kicking off tomorrow starts into our creator series, about 5 settings that you want to change before you ever record a video with your brand new Sony ZV-10s out there in the wild.
Oh, that's what you're going with, the EV10? ZV-10?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
That's
ZV-10.
Awesome.
Yep.
That's awesome. So, I know you switched over to Sony and all of that kind of stuff, but that's really cool that you're teaching it. And let me say this. You said all that stuff so fast. You're doing a master class? Again, because this is something that people can get into, right?
Oh, it's free on YouTube right now. We were going to do that differently, but I just wanted it to be very accessible to everyone. So right now, live already, we launched it on Friday, this past Friday, is the masterclass, the video creation masterclass, where it teaches you how to plan, record, and edit your content. This is some things that I've never talked with other than when I'm paid to do a speaking engagement or I'm paid working with a client. But we took some of those things out and put it into a masterclass that's on my YouTube channel right now. That comes free with our video planning guide. It's the exact system that I use to grow my channel to over 17,000 subscribers. And if that wasn't enough, there's a 7-day video planning guide that teaches you how to walk through and use it. And it kicks off on the channel, the Video Creator Series, where we have a new video dropping tomorrow.
If you're a content creator and you don't get excited about other content creators creating content that helps other content creators, like if you're not excited about that, I'm excited about it because I know the wealth of information. But I do want to tell you this really quick. 100 likes. Okay. And then we got some giveaways for you. Thank you for watching this in the replay. And thank you so very much to Miss Diana. And thank you to the Nixons for being a part of the show today. I will see you next Sunday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.